Hello and welcome back to sessions on Amadeus with Travelocademy English. My name is GERA and today we're going to be discussing about the pricing. This is the most important part that we have in in Amadeus. If you are a travel agent or if you're working anywhere, pricing is the most important thing. And it is a very detailed concept, so I think we would be covering it in two videos. One detailed part in this video and the other part will be in the next video. If you're coming here for the first time, you can like the video, subscribe the channel if you like it. We have a channel of Travelocademy, which is basically, we tell about travel course and Amadeus and all the things are there on that channel. And we tell that in Hindi, which is an Indian language. However, for those who do not understand Hindi, we have created this channel because we have got a lot of comments and a lot of requests. So if you like it and subscribe the channel, we would be able to make more content as we get more motivated with this. So there is a number on the screen in case you are interested in doing an online course. You can always get in touch. You can WhatsApp on this number. Now let's come to the topic. So as I told you, the most important thing that we have is pricing an EPNR. There are different ways we can price basically. Let's start with the itinerary. I hope you have been watching this video, or you have watched the previous videos that we have created, how to create a PNR, how to encode, decode and all those things. Now we will start from itinerary. So how to pick up an itinerary and then how to price it. So let's pick up a flight on 12th of January from, let's say, London to New York, or let's say from London to Delhi. So we press enter. So AN 12th January, London, Delhi. Then you have different flights. We have already explained this in the previous video. Let's pick up the third flight. So we will be picking it up. So SS, seat select, one seat, Y class. We are picking up the Y class, which has 9 seats, maybe more than that, but it shows us 9 here. And number 3, and we press enter. So now we see we have one seat, that is why it shows DK1. And let's pick up a return flight also, just to make sure that we have a round trip. So 20th of January from Delhi to London Heathrow on British Airways, filter SS1 Y1 again. So first seat SS1 Y class and the flight number that we have on the first segment. Now we have a round trip here, going out on 20th of January from London to Delhi and coming back on going out on 12th of January and coming back on 20th of January. Now how do we price? So first of all, let's start with a very simple command that we have, which is called FXX. Now FXX is a command which will help you in pricing the same flight that we have picked up and the same class that you have picked up. So of course we could have picked up any class from here. We had a lot of classes available. As I told you, the more you move towards left, it will be more expensive. The more you move towards right, it is going to be more cheaper. However, we still went with Y because Y is generally the highest economy class. So we picked up Y class in both the flights, like we have over here. It is up to you if you want to choose Y or some other class, completely on you. That's your choice. Now what we need to do here is we need to price. As I told you, FXX is going to give you the price of the same flight and of the same class that we have picked up. So it is going to price this one. Let's see what happens. Now we do FXX. So see, we have picked up British Airways BA143 and BA142 and it is Y class. So let's do FXX and enter. Now you see it gives us few different prices. Like for this is one price, this is another one which is equal to this one. So both of these prices are the same. Then you have another price here which is almost double of that. Now you see here you have fare bases. Fare bases are basically the most important part in any ticket. This is where all the changes, cancellation, penalties, everything of a ticket lies in this fare basis. Now the point here is that we have 3 different fares on this. When we ran this command FXX, we have got 3 different fares. One is this other is this, and third is this. There are 3 different fare bases, and there are different fares that we have. Now, what is the difference between this? It can be, sometimes, when the fare is more expensive, you get more baggage allowance. The changes and cancellation penalties are generally more flexible, and there are some more things that you get when you go for a higher fare. However, generally people would like to book a lower fare, because at the time when you're booking a reservation, nobody thinks of changing it or cancelling it, mostly. However, if somebody has a plan, then they can always ask their travel agent that please book me a flight which is refundable or which is at least changeable. Now let's see. We know this is the price. Now let's understand this price in detail. So what you do is you do FQQ, and then if you do 01, it will open this one. FQQ 02 will open this one. FQQ 03 will open this one. Now understand, we ran FXX, and that is why it opened these 3 fare bases. FXX will give you the price of the same flight that we picked up and the same class. Class is Y. How do we know this is Y class? This is Y class because all these fare bases are starting with Y. Mostly, you will see that when the fare bases start from a particular class, particular letter. For example, if let's say if this would have started from the letter X, then it would be X class. If this would have started with the H, then it will be an H class. So it depends on from what letter it is going to start. Now, FQQ01 will open this fare base and this fare. So let's open this one. FQQ01, enter. Now you have this. Now this one it looks pretty complicated when you look at it for the first time, but within I think 5 minutes, a span of 5 minutes, you will understand it very clearly. So let's start from here. Flight departs from London, it goes to Delhi, and from Delhi it comes back to London. Now if you see, this is a very simple itinerary. There is nothing complicated here. The first flight is British Airways BA143, and it is Y class, leaves on the 12th of January. Time is 11 AM, and this is the fare basis Y22. It would be highly flexible. Why I would say highly flexible? Because it is very expensive. So changes, cancellations, and everything would be allowed to the passenger. Also, if you see 2-piece, this is 2P, which means 2 piece of luggage is allowed to the passenger. Now, before we get into this, let me tell you something about baggage. So baggage, we have 2 types of baggages. 2 types of bags. One is called a carry-on luggage, and other is a checked-in luggage. So one is carry-on luggage, other is checked-in luggage. Carry-on luggage is the bag that the passenger is going to carry with him or her in the flight. So, there is a bag that you carry with you inside the flight, and there is a bag that goes in the cargo section of the plane. So, carry-on luggage basically would have a handbag, or it can also have, if there's a lady traveling, she can carry a lady purse. And for somebody who is traveling with a laptop, it's completely fine. You can travel with a laptop bag also. This handbag that you have, this this carry-on bag, there is a dimension that you need to, there is a specific dimension that the airline has advised, ITA has advised basically, because, you have to keep that bag in that overhead bin where you sit in the flight. So the length and the breadth and the height, when you sum these 3, length, breadth and height, the total dimensions should be less than or equal to 45 inches. So length, breadth and height, if you add all these 3, it should be 45 inches, not more than that, because if it is more than that, it will be very difficult for us to keep the bag inside. That's the first thing. Generally, these bag companies, all these American Tourister and Skybags and all, they know this in advance, and that's why they make all their bags in such a way that the dimensions fit as per the airline's policy. First thing. Second thing is that this handbag that you're carrying, or the carry-on luggage you're carrying, it should be 5 to 7 kgs maximum. Not more than that, 5 to 7 kgs. If it is more than 5 to 7 kgs, airlines would not allow you to carry that. They would ask you to, if you have anything which is a sharp object, or you have liquids, they would not allow you to get inside the flight with that. They would ask you to keep it there. That's first thing. Then apart from this, there are some airlines like Spirit Airlines in USA and some other low-cost carriers. These airlines do not allow you to carry even the carry-on luggage. So apart from these few airlines that we have around the world, I would say almost 99% of airlines would allow you to carry-on luggage, hand luggage, free of cost inside the plane. So there is no restrictions on that. There is no, I would say there is a restriction on that, but there is no, there is no charge on that. However, a ticket image will never tell you anything about a carry-on luggage. A ticket image will always give you information about a checked-in luggage. So this is an information of a check-in luggage. Now let me tell you something about a check-in luggage. So again, as you know, this is going to be a luggage that is going to go inside the flight. That is not going to go inside the flight. That will be going in the cargo section. So the length, breadth and height of this bag should be less than 62 inches. That's the first thing. There are majorly two concepts. One is a piece concept. First is a piece concept. Second one is a weight concept. Now, there are people who are living in a different part of the world. For example, if you are from US, you would not be much aware of a weight concept. And if you are living somewhere in India, and if you operate, in countries around India, or which are in Asia, then you would not have heard of the piece concept. So basically, piece concept is a concept where there is a restriction on the number of pieces. For example, if it says 1 piece or 2 piece, this means specific number of baggages can be carried. So if it is 2 piece, then you can only carry 2 piece, not more than that. And 1 bag or 1 piece is equals to 23 kg. If there are 2 pieces, it's going to be 46 kg, 23 kg each. And you can exceed this if you want to extend the weight limit. You can take it up to 32 kgs, which is going to be an overcharged bag, so overweight bag. So you will have to be paying some charge for carrying 32 kgs in economy class. But no airlines allows you to carry more than 32 kgs in one bag, because as per ITA, the employees at the airport would not be able to carry that bag and put it inside the plane if it is more than 32 kgs. So not more than 32 kgs. However, if you're traveling in a business class, you're allowed to carry 32 kgs without any charges. So you can carry it for free, business class and first class. Again, not more than 32, maximum 32 in a bag. So this is a piece concept where you have restrictions on the number of pieces that you carry, and there is a weight limit. In economy, 23 kg, not more than 23 kg. Now let's come to weight concept. In weight concept, there is no limitation on the number of pieces you're going to carry with you. It is only on the weight that you carry. For example, if you're traveling from, let's say, Delhi to Dubai, you will find something like this written on your ticket. It says 40k, which means 40 kg. So, you are allowed to carry 40 kgs only. You can carry it in one bag, not one bag exactly, 2 bags or 3 bags. There is no restriction on that as per the airlines. However, it is advised to carry it only 2 bags because you can carry 20 kg too. Yet, if you are carrying more than that, there is not going to be, like if you're carrying 3 bags, it's okay. There is no problem. Unless it is specified on the website of the airlines that you can carry only 2 or 3 bags. It is fine that you can carry more than 2 bags in this. So in short, in weight concept, you do not have restrictions on the number of pieces that you're going to carry with you, but you have restriction on the number of weight, right? So this is what we have in weight concept. Now let's come back to this. If you have any question around it, you can always ask in the comment section. Now you see we have 2P written over here. This means this bag is basic. Again, we do not have carry-on luggage mentioned over here. On the ticket, it is always checked-in luggage. So checked-in luggage is 2P, which is 2 piece of 23 kg each. Now, this part I hope is clear with you. Now we come down, we see this one. So this ID that we are using right now, this ID is something which belongs to Philippines. So that is why you will see the total fare is coming out to be in Philippines peso. So Philippines peso, it is, if you see, 333,685 Philippines peso is the total price of this ticket. So this is going to be the total price. Now, let's understand the other figures which are there in this ticket. This image, this says GBP 4532. Now understand, when it says GBP, that is pound, 4,532 pounds is the total price. Now the question comes, why is this base fare? So again, a ticket is made of two things. One is a base fare, one is taxes. This is the base fare, 4,532, and you will see taxes somewhere down. There are different kind of taxes that we have. So why is the base fare in pounds when the total amount is in Philippines peso? So we need to understand one thing, that the base fare will always be in the currency of commencement. So you see, the first country, or I would say the first city from where the flight is departing is London. And London is in UK, and in UK you have pounds, so that is why you will find base fare in pounds, and then it is converted to the currency of the ID that we are using of Amadeus. So we are using Philippines ID, that is why we will find this Philippines peso currency over here after this. So this is the exact amount in pounds. So 4532 pounds is equal to 308,623 as per today. And basically as per today's exchange rate that we have. Then you have some taxes over here. YQ. So YQ is one tax that you will find very often on all the tickets, YQ and YR. YQ is basically called as the fuel surcharge. That is a charge of the petrol. And there is one called YR, which is insurance surcharge. You will find it very, very often also in the flight, in the tickets that you purchase. Then you have GB, which is applied, I think, at the London airport. Then XT is not a tax. XT means, because see, they cannot fit all the taxes in this line. So what they do is that they sum the rest of the taxes and they keep a total amount here. So XT is the sum of the rest of the taxes which are there. So XT is going to be opening up here. So 3,803. This is UB. IN, which is applied at the Delhi airport. Then you have P2. Then you have WO. So all of these are the taxes that we have on this ticket, and the total price when you add all these comes out to be 333,685 Philippines peso. This is a very important line. A lot of people do not understand this, and see, I am telling you things in very, very detail. If you don't really want to understand this, you can skip forward. Yet if I'm basically trying to help those who are working in travel agencies and trying to understand everything in detail. So see, this is basically giving you the entire information of the base fare. So it says on 12th of January 2023, the flight is going to depart from London with British Airways, and it will go to Delhi. There will be a queue surcharge. You can say this is an extra charge of 12.54. There is some calculation that happens. I will be covering this in future because this is a theoretical part, but this is a queue surcharge that will be applied, and the total tax that will be, the total base fare that we will have from London to Delhi is 2,571. Understand, this is neither in GBP nor in Philippines peso. This is in NUC, neutral unit of construction. Now, this, irrespective of the ID that you're using, irrespective of the origin city that we have, the currency that you have in this line, we call it fare ladder, it will always be in NUC. NUC is neutral unit of construction, which is equivalent to, you can say, US dollars. So ITA generally uses the currency which is US dollars. So that is why you will find this amount generally equivalent to USD. So 2,571 is the base fare from London to Delhi, this flight. And back from British Airways, from Delhi to London, queue surcharge is, you see, queue surcharge is 112.54, and 2571.35 is the total base fare from the flight, for the flight coming back from London to Delhi. I'm sorry, from Delhi to London. So the flight going out, 2571 is the price, base fare, and the flight coming back, it is 2571. The flight going out is outbound, the flight coming back is inbound. Neutral unit of construction here, NUC, is this 5167.78, and this is again in, you can say, US dollars. Now this is basically the sum of the first two base fares. So first base fare plus second base fare is going to be this much, 5167.78. Now ROE is rate of exchange. Rate of exchange is basically, now it is going to convert the currency. I mean, basically whatever NUC you have, whatever, this happens in all the tickets. This is a common thing. So whatever NUC you have found out now, which in this case is 5167, this will be multiplied with the rate of exchange of the country of commencement. Let me make it clear with you. So I hope you have understood this 5167.78. Now see, we have this fare base which is 4532. So what it does is, once you calculate both the base fares of outbound and inbound flight, it then converts it to the currency of the country of origin. So you have country of origin, which is UK, which is Britain, right? And we have the city is London, so they use pounds there. So now what it will do is that it will see, okay, what is the rate of exchange for USD, or rather I would say NUC, because ITA likes to call it NUC, of NUC to pounds, because that's the current country of origin, and that is this much, 0.876968. And when it multiplies 5167.78 to this, the total amount comes out to be this much, and that is where we started reading the fare. I know it is a bit complicated, and if you are not able to understand this, I am completely with you. So let's keep it like this, that this is a ticket. It has two pieces of luggage, 23 kg each. This is Y class, and the base fare is 308,623, and the total fare is 333,685. And why we have got this is because we ran this command FXX, and FXX gave us the same flight and the same class that we picked up here. So to just expand this, we used FQQ, and it opened it up, this one, right? So again, if you see FXX, enter, you have three fares. We first open FQQ1. Let's open FQQ02, and now you see, again it says it is like two pieces, but then at the background there must be a lot of changes happening. Maybe there would be some amount for cancellation, there would be some rigidity when it comes to changes that we can't see here. We will be seeing it in future when we will do changes and cancellation. We will be covering everything that we have in Amadeus, all the possible cases. Now this is the total price. So we will just see, if you are a travel agent, you will see, sir, you have two pieces of luggage allowed to carry with you. 183,664 is the price that a travel agent gets, and you can always add some markup to it and sell it to your customers. There is a base fare which is in pounds. Why it is in pounds is because it is starting the outbound flight. The first flight is starting from London, and London you have pounds, Philippines peso, YQ is fuel surcharge, GB is a tax that we have in London, XT is not a tax, it is some of the rest of the taxes which are over here, and you have the fare ladder. Exactly, this is not a fare ladder, you will get it when you have a ticket, but it looks very similar to this. So this is fare calculation line, and now we go down and we do RT. Now we are back to this. So I hope you understood the first part of it. Now we will do another thing. See, I know it took a lot of time for us to cover this one, because it is the first time I was telling you about how to see the price. Now it will be very easy. Now let's move to the second command. That is why I think it takes a when we covered this in the other language, it took us 3 to 4 videos to cover this one. I thought I could cover it in 2, but I think we might have to cover this topic in 3 different videos. But let's see. FXR is when you want same flight, the price of the same flight, rather, the price of the same flight and lowest available class. Now this is very important. Now this is something that most of the travel agents use. What they do is, see, we have picked up Y class, and as I told you, Y class is the most expensive economy class. Generally, it is the most expensive economy class. Although you have a premium economy, which sometimes is higher than this, but it is generally the most expensive economy class. Now, if you do FXR and you press enter, you see automatically it is bringing it down to B. Now, it means that B is the most economical class available right now. The baggage is same. You should always be looking at baggage, because when it downgrades the class, it is going to reduce the size of the weight limit and the number of pieces of baggage. But in this case, it is the same, because B class is also very high class. Understand, when I say downgrade the class or it is high class, this doesn't mean that it is going to bring it up to business or first or something. Under economy class, you have a lot of different subclasses. So these are those subclasses. So Y class is the highest, I would say, subclass that we have in economy, and then you have B and all. It doesn't matter where you're going to sit in the plane. You will be sitting, your seats does not depend on the location of your seat, does not depend on the class you are booked in. Of course, if you have an economy class ticket, you will be sitting in economy, but where you would be sitting in economy does not depend on the price that you pay. The price that you pay depends on when you are booking it. So because we are booking it today, there are very few seats available for this flight. That is why you will see this problem that the prices are very high. So it says the total price is Philippines peso 117,472, which is lower than what we got before, 183, much lower than that. The baggage is good. The fare bases have changed, so the conditions must have changed behind the ticket. And then you have the base fare is 92,410 Philippines peso. In British pounds, it is 1,357, and this is the whole thing that we have in this ticket. So again, this is FXR, the second thing that we have here. It gives you the price of the same flight, but the lowest class available. Now, available is the most important part here. Lowest class available. Now, next thing is FXL. You won't be using this much. I would not be spending a lot of time in explaining this, because it is used generally by those who try and there are different ways you call it. There are people who break seats. There are people who who find different routings and get cheaper fare. So you will find such people in travel industry. They use this command to get the most economical fare, even if that is not available. And if airline catches this travel agency, they send them ADM. ADM is agency debit memo, a loss sent by the airline. So FXL gives you lowest class possible of same flights that you have picked up. Now, what is lowest class possible? Lowest class possible means, what was the lowest class this airline has sold this flight for, this flight combination for. It might not be available, but this is the lowest possible option that the airline has sold this flight for. So if I do FXL and enter, you'll see it gives you O class, right? And there is no baggage, see, zero baggage. If you look at the price, it is like 34,732. This is, I would say, it has dropped it down to nothing now, because now the price that we are getting in FXR is 117,472 Philippines peso. And now when we ran FXL, which doesn't mean that this price is available, it just says that this is the most economical price that were ever sold on this flight. So on this flight, when this passenger goes, he might be sitting next to a person who bought this flight for 34,732. The only reason why his flight is more expensive than the one who bought this one is because this guy bought it late. So this guy, now we are booking it in Bravo class because there is no other class available. However, Oscar class was available long back. It must have been available initially when the flight was open on Amadeus, and now you have, and then it was 34,732. Right now this fare is not available. So this is like not for us. That is why we will not be spending, and you can't book it directly. There are different ways that you do it. Again, I told you there's a lot of risk involved, so it is better we not get into that now. So this is FXL. Now till now we have just seen the prices. We haven't booked them. We have just seen the prices. Now we need to save the price also. To save the price, we use this command FXP. FXP is to save the TST. TST is the image of the fare. So to save a price, you need to add a name first. So NM1, let's say James John, last name first and then first name, we give a space. Now the price that we want to book, FXR, is 117,472. Now if you want to save this price, you do FXP. Let me not do FXP. Before doing FXP, I'll tell you one more command, and that command is TQT. TQT is a command to check whether the price is saved or not. Is saved or not. So let's see. TQT. When you do TQT and enter, it says there is no active TST. So there is no price saved yet. Why? Because we did not run this command, FXP. So first we need to run this and then see TQT. So let's run FXP, enter. When you do FXP, it gives you two different options. So one fare basis is this, one fare basis is this. It is up to us what we want to book. Let's say we want to book the second one. You just put the cursor over here in the second one and you press enter. It is up to you. You want to book the first one, you can book it. There is not much difference. The prices are exactly same for the first and the second one. So let's book the second one. You press enter. When you press enter, there is a command that automatically comes up, which is FXT2/P1 is passenger 1. Now if you want, you can directly run this command and not click on that, because when you want to save a price, it generally gets saved with FXP. However, if there are options that you have between like two different fare bases, because fare bases are important, not right now because we are booking it, but then in future we will be using it a lot. So this one, FXP, we need to choose one of these. When you have to choose, you use FXT and the option. So we chose 2, so if it FXT2, or you can just go to that and click on it. Now if you see, we did this command TQT, which tells us that is the price saved or not. So let's do TQT and check if the price is saved, and yes, it is saved. It is very similar. It looks very similar to the ticket image. I'll tell you later how to. I'm sorry, I'm saying a lot of things that I'll do later because it is endless. Amadeus is endless and we cannot cover everything in one video. It has already been, it's a long video already. But I hope you are able to understand this. If you are not able to, if it is going very slow or very fast, I would really need a feedback from you in the comment box so that we can make videos accordingly, according to how you, because this is something that we are making for you guys, that you get help while you're working in your companies, or if you are an owner, then it will really help you. Now if you have this, so you see this we have British Airways 143, British Airways 142, and the price that we have saved is TQT, and here we have the entire information. One last command in this video, and then we will cover the next thing in the other video. So FXB is a command that we use to find the most economical price, which is FXR, and save it also. So FXB is a combination of FXR and FXP, which means it will pick up the most economical price, just like FXR, and it will also save it. So it will price and save at the same time. Let me show you. And before this, let me show you this here. Let me ignore this. Let me put a flight here from let's say 12th of January from London to Paris. Air France, SS1Y1. Again, if I do FXX, it will give us the price of Y class. Everything is starting with Y. Right, Y class. If you want to open one, you can do FQQ04 or 3 or whatever you want to open. The price seems to be 34,202 Philippines peso. There is no baggage, so it is 0. However, this means checked in luggage. You would be allowed to carry a carry-on luggage. There is one thing, I saw this on British Airways website where they are allowing around 20 to 23 kgs of carry-on luggage, which was really bizarre to see. But then you can check that, because if somebody is traveling in British Airways, they some time back I saw this happening. I don't know if there is a change in it. Then you have fare basis, which is this is the base fare in pounds, because the flight is leaving from London, and the total fare is this, as I told you. Now let's see what is the most economical price, which is FXR. Most economical price in our class is 6,758. Still there is no bag, and the base fare is 50 pounds only. So there's a lot of fall in price from 34,202 to 6,758. This is YQ, fuel surcharge. This is UGB, UB, other taxes. Not much taxes that we have apart from these, because these countries are very close, France and Britain. Now, the next thing is to save this price. So if you want to save it, you do FXP and so on. So let's say we have SS1 Y2. We have this flight. Sorry, let's see, SS1 Y1. Was this the flight that yeah? So we had this flight, 12th of February. Now, if we run FXB, what FXB does is it will find the most economical price, and it will also save it. So FXB and enter. Now you will see, okay, sorry. To save anything, you need to have names. That's very important. Last name is James, first name is John. Let's save FXB. So FXB, see, you have Y class right now. What FXB will do, it will bring it down to the most economical class available, and will save it also. So FXR plus FXP, enter. Now you see it has automatically brought it down from Y to R, and it must have saved it also. Let's do RT and see. Yeah, see, R class is here, and whether the price is saved or not, we'll do TQT if you remember. TQT is a command that we use to check the price if it is saved or not. So TQT, enter, here it is. The price has been saved. So if you want to save your time, you do FXB. Otherwise, you can do FXR. Once you are okay with the price, then you can save it. And the final thing, really sorry for this, one more command that I just remember. TTE/all is to delete the price, is to delete the saved price. And here we go, FX. So now if we do TTE/all, enter, TST deleted. That means the price is deleted. So if you do TQT now, you will find nothing. However, the flights are going to be there, but the price that we booked is gone, because we ran TTE/all. That will delete the saved fare. This is the most important part of pricing. Now there is one command that we will be covering in the next video. So we will be having two more videos. One is to find the most economical price of the day through different ways. So there are different ways we can find it out. One is a simple command, one is a complicated one. So we'll cover both of these. The command that I will tell you in the next video, not a lot of people uses that command in that way. And then we will cover sector pricing and through pricing in the last pricing video, so that you understand pricing completely. And if you're planning to start your own work, or you're planning to join a new company, and you're preparing for interviews, this is going to help you. I hope this video was of some help to you. Sorry to make it a bit long, but I just wanted to cover all these things in one video. And thank you so much for watching. If you want to do an online course, you can always contact on this number through WhatsApp. And I will see you in the next video. You like this video, you can subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.